friends and having a good time. And I've got another good friend of mine I met down in Atlanta. We were doing a TV show. We happened to be guests on a TV show down in Atlanta. And I met this gentleman right here with me, John Tracy, and became, I don't know, just
we had a
good
connection.
acquaintances. Yeah, we had a connection. It was cool. And I said, well, if you're ever in Asheville, you've got to come by 95.7 and do a show. And that was actually before we also had the venue here, previously known as Creatures Cafe, now known as the Asheville Radio Cafe. And so I think we tried a couple of dates and they sort of fell through a little bit, and then eventually narrowed down some days, and here you are. So
yeah,
welcome.
Hey, I'm glad it worked out. It's
So
good
am
being
I,
here,
so
man.
am I. So
Yeah.
I know this is a step down from television, okay? This is just plain old radio, but I'm really glad that you can make it, and hopefully you get to
it's all
explore
good.
Asheville a little bit, and get to
Yeah.
know the town, and get to see some of the sights, some cool things to do while you're in town.
Oh, it's quite a town for sure. You bet. Yeah.
So you just moved, right? Now you're
I'm a Virginian.
Virginia,
Been a Texan for 50 years and
Wow.
moved to Virginia. My daughters moved east and I thought the empty nest would be a lot easier if they got a new nest, right?
So that's the new trend now. As your kids move around different places in the country, you follow them.
Gosh, I hope they don't move across. I don't think, I know the eldest she's dead set in New York City for a while. So I thought, well, we can get closer to her, and my youngest, she goes up at Richmond at VCU and is just loving it. So I don't know, I kind of feel like she'll hang out in the East as well. We needed a change from Texas. Texas is a good place, but
Virginia's
yeah,
beautiful.
but we're loving God's
beautiful.
country in
Yeah.
Virginia, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, our engineer Mike Kaiser, who does our engineering work, he moved to Asheville here to follow his kids, and now his kids are moving. So I'm not sure what he's going to do. Hopefully he
Yeah.
stays, but he can only move so many times.
That's the truth.
But what's been happening with you musically?
Man.
You're a prolific writer, and you're out playing all the time. And just what's been going on with your music?
Gosh, Terry and I were just talking in the ride over here. We've got to slow down and just record all these new songs because, I've got 3 CDs and got probably another 3 that aren't recorded yet that need to be recorded, all these new songs that God's given me, and that I'm just through experience, really, things that happen, and that's kind of what I write from. I'm not really a worship type songwriter. I'm more on the journey. Yeah, just the journey that we're on.
Yeah. If you would share just a little bit of your story. I know we talked when we were on the show in Atlanta, but share a little bit of your story because you did some other things in life and ended up taking a turn in some different directions, and maybe share some of that with us.
You might say I did it backwards, but for me it was just the right, the right time. A lot of people may follow their passion first as far as their music, and you can't really have a family doing that, but God kind of brought me my first dream, which was to find my soulmate and have a family, and I did that, and we were blessed in a family business, worked with my dad for 25 years, but always had that love for music, and things kind of, I guess you could say it went, this journey that I'm on now went from a relationship that went bad with my dad, and just I think the Lord gave me that chapter and moved me on, was ready to move me on, so we left, and after doing that for 25 years, working in that business, and thought, well, I've always had this passion for music, and God kind of pushed me out doing the music thing, kind of, like I said, a backwards backdoor thing, but hey, we're having a good time, we're loving it. Yeah.
Never too late. Never too late. And you've got a book too, right?
Just wrote a book last year.
Tell us a little bit about the book as well.
Yeah, the book, that was, I guess God kind of inspired me to write that. I feel like it was maybe a healing thing for me, therapeutic, to write this book. I always have people coming up and wanting to know more about the stories behind the songs. They connect with the songs, and they'll come up and identify and give me their testimony of how that affected them. And so I felt, well, just through different means, God pushed me to get these stories out, and turned into those stories, and as well as just insights that I've learned. So there's all kinds of different chapters in the book. It's called Of Life, Love, and Family. So all sorts of things in those subject matters, and that's what's in the book, just insights and stories about my journey.
That's great. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's do a song. What are you going to do for us first?
Gosh, I can do a song, out of the book, each chapter starts with a song and then kind of has a poem or the song at the first. I'll do, how about one called Break the Chain? I guess on this journey I come across so many people that have these issues with their parents, and predominantly their fathers, not living up and being what God intended for them to be. So I wrote this song to maybe break that thing, and it seems to just perpetuate itself and carry into other generations, just continues to go all this negative stuff that we pass on to our kids. And I wanted to be different. I wanted to be the dad that I never had to my children, and I wrote this song about breaking that cycle and passing on a positive legacy.
Okay,
so yeah,
well, great.
Let's
do
break
it.
the
You're
chain.
listening to 95.7 The Choice, and my guest here in the studio, John Tracy.
From the moment his firstborn came into the world, he wasn't quite prepared. It was much more than being unsure and scared. He never learned from his own mom and dad how to verbalize love to share. After so many years, the power wasn't there, but he could break the chain and say, I love you. Break the chain, say I'm sorry too. Don't follow a legacy that will only bring you pain. Have the courage to break the chain. Now his children, they're both married and gone. The cycle starts over again. Will they make sense of their troubles within? As they teach their own family all they know about how to live. Will they pass on the most important thing to give? The gifts they bear will not compare with what spoken love can bring. Will they finally see and set them free to be all they can be? Will they break the chain and say I love you? Break the chain and say I'm sorry too. To be a provider is not enough. Your work will end in vain. Have the courage to break the chain. We've got to break the chain. Cause it'll change their life. It might even change the world if we only break the chain.
All right, nice job. Nice job. That's John Tracy, everyone. You're listening to 95.7 The Choice, coming to you from the Asheville Radio Cafe right here, 81 Patton Avenue, downtown Asheville. And so how you adjusting? You know, Texas is a whole nother place, weather-wise and terrain-wise, and now you're in these lush green hills of Virginia. And
I don't know how
is
to
that
feel.
inspiring you anyway to write differently?
You know, it
do you write
hasn't.
differently here
It
than you do
hasn't
in
yet.
Texas?
It hasn't yet, but I can see how it would. You know,
If you hang around Asheville, it's
yeah, for
one
sure.
of those inspiring places to
Oh, it's
to
lovely.
write and
It's just a lovely place here.
Energize your creativity and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that happening in Virginia where we are. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, these places where I play, we get out and have to drive, and if it were a normal job, you know, it'd be kind of routine. You'd get out, I guess, when you could, but you know, where I'm going to all these different places and venues to play, it's really just awe-inspiring to see these places, these properties, and yeah, the mountains.
It's a little
and so
easier
forth.
to find gigs in Virginia as opposed to Texas. I mean, Texas,
You know,
you're rooted, everybody knows you, but
yeah.
when you move to a strange place, is it a challenge to find places to play?
Oh,
Are you
it's
seeing
a
doors
lot of
open?
work. It's a lot of work, but I found a place for my music. Seems like there's lots of arts and it's a lot of music lovers there in Virginia, and my music's
Mm-hmm.
not really Texas country or anything like that. So
Right.
I feel like I've kind of found a place there in Virginia. I never really fit. It kind of felt like a square peg in that round hole in Texas a lot of
Okay.
times because it wasn't that hardline country that a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people listen to and enjoy
Yeah,
there.
you're saying before, played
Yeah.
a few wineries up in Virginia. It's kind of chill atmosphere. Goes
Very
along real
nice.
well with your music. and
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of reflective atmosphere, reflective mood, and your songs certainly play into that real well.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Yeah, I'm loving that. Lots of just wineries all over the state. It's I didn't realize that, but it's wine country there.
Yeah. And well, you have to check out Biltmore too. You know, you get some gigs at Biltmore.
Yeah.
Plus, we were talking before about Grove Park Inn. You and your wife will have to take a visit up to Grove Park
Loving
Inn and
it, yeah.
soak in the rich history that exists up there at the Grove Park. The setting is just perfect. It's just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we'll take a drive out there tomorrow. We have a little down day, so yeah, I appreciate those sights and that you gave me some things to kind of take in here while we're here.
Okay, and
Yeah.
let's do another song before you start your set. What
Sure.
what else are you gonna pull out of your bag of tricks?
Let's see here. You got one suggested, Terry? Anything? The essence of you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll try
You
to.
are the wife. It's all
yeah.
about the wife.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, you know, in the very short time we got to meet and chat, it was obvious your life partner there is the rock in your life.
Oh, I'm
and I
telling
could
you.
see that
Yeah.
clearly.
She's
very valuable
best
part of
roadie
your life.
around. Yeah. Oh.
Number
all
one
right.
fan, number one supporter, and yes, it's important. So
Oh.
what's this one called?
This is called The Essence of You,
Okay.
and boy, I try to hit some higher notes. I'm to go low. I've been, like I told you, I've been battling this chest cold, so I'm going to give it my best. But it's I hate that I can't give it the way I usually sing it, but I'm going to try this for Terry here.
All right, that'd be
Yeah,
fine.
here we
John
go.
Tracy, right here on 95.7 The Choice.
Hang on a second.
I love how you define a classic smile with a character of such authentic style. How you light up inside like a child so giddy as those eyes take me captive all the while. I love the essence of you, but it's not what you assume. It's how you love to dress in those sloppy sweats, sometimes all afternoon. Give you pizza with a Diet Coke, add a twist of lime and your world has hope. I love the essence of you. And I love how you're so slow to criticize. The tenderness of your touch, warm and wise. How you can't go to sleep unless you're near me. How I can't wait to feel you by my side. I love the essence of you. You're like the finest perfume, a fragrance that has that scent of class that grabs the whole room. Fresh like a spring rose, it saturates you from your head to your toes. I love the essence of you. Your lips, my sweet, flame the heat with deep desire. But your head at rest upon my chest is what keeps our love inspired. I love the essence of you, the greatest mother who knows what it means to give up dreams so theirs can come true. The Almighty gave me His grace when He sent you to share my space. I love the essence of you. I love the pure essence of you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
We got the new master of chill here, John Tracy. Wow, mellow man. I think you're made for wineries. That's definitely going to be your venue. It's like I just picture, some French villa up on a hillside, sunset going down, and chilling to a John Tracy song like that.
That's
very
it.
cool.
Thanks,
See,
man.
and your wife, look at see what happens when you're married to a singer-songwriter? They've got to have one wife song in there. Okay? You rate, you rate. That's it. That's it. For all your hard work, there's some benefits.
It worked.
That's very cool. Very cool. So, John, how can people reach you? You got a book out there. You've got CDs, got lots of music. How can people reach you?
All right. So the music website, Pete, it's johntracymusic.com. That's JOHNTRACY music.com.
No E.
No E. That's right.
I think I've misspelled your name every time I've sent you an email, but that's okay.
No problem, man. You can find me also. The author website with my book is johntracywilson.com. That's the WILSON, johntracywilson.com. So,
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on, where else am I, Terry? Anywhere else? Yeah. The book's on E. You can, download it on all the E sites. It's at Amazon, iBooks, all those places. Or you can buy the paperback at my website, my secure website. And it's also hardback at Amazon as well. So, lots of places. Yeah. So,
Well, great.
Yeah,
Well,
look
great.
me up.
Well, thanks so much. You're going to do a set here, and then right after that, we've got Vessel coming on board. A lot of folks in town know Vessel. So we're going to do your set, and then we'll do an interview with Vessel, and just kind of close out the
Nice.
night. We'll go from chill to the complete opposite extreme.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it goes around here.
Right. Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming down and hanging with us.
I'll
and
kind of
getting
chill
s-
people out on the couch, and then the band, the rock, can just come and just wake them right
That's
back
right.
up, scare them up. You know?
It's the musical version of a double espresso. So we'll get that. Very cool. Very cool. But thanks so much. Appreciate. I know we tried to do this a couple of times and get you down here, but it's great to have you visiting Asheville, and hopefully you'll stop by anytime you're passing through town and
I definitely
visit
will.
us and play a
Yeah.
little bit and do what we got to do.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that.
Okay, great. That's John Tracy. Listen to 95.7 The Choice.